Located on 225 acres in Garden City, Long Island, Nassau Community College, a member of the State University of New York system, has close to 20,000 students attend the school each year. The college mascot is Leo the Lion, and these are his stories of the school's absolute best and brightest who have graduated over the past 50 plus years. So let's catch up together as the Alumni Association of Nassau Community College proudly presents Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Welcome to Lion Tales. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and I am a director on the board of the Alumni Association at Nassau Community College and a proud graduate. I am here to celebrate the successes of our alum, and together we will share stories that will inspire, uplift, and often amuse you. Each week, I will introduce you to alumni of Nassau Community College interested in sharing their experiences while attending the college and the secrets to their success. The Alumni Association is preparing many upcoming events, and you as an alum can be part of the action. Look for many new and exciting events on the Alumni Association social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and our web pages at ncc.edu/alumni. If you, our listening audience, have any positive news you would like to share about alumni happenings, we would love to hear from you. So email us at ncc.edu/alumni. Our guest today is Kevell Allie, class of 2019. Kevell is a humble graduate of Nassau Community College. He graduated from Nassau Community College with an associate's degree in liberal arts and science. He joined the Alumni Association in the fall of 2018 as a student and now joins as one of the board of directors. During his time as a student at Nassau Community College, Kevell was usually involved in the campus. He was a staff member at the Vignette newspaper, Secretary and Public Relations of Haraya, which is Nassau's Black Student Union, and has been involved in student government associations. In addition, he volunteered and worked in orientation for student activities, to guide incoming freshman students and tour them around the campus. Kevell worked for the Physical Education Department at Nassau Community College as a student aide from the fall of 2017 to the fall of 2019, and his goals and aspirations are to be an entrepreneur and business owner. Also, he wants to be a part-time professor to teach a business class at a SUNY college. Kevell is currently attending Farmingdale State College, and he will be expected to graduate in the fall of 2022 with a bachelor's in business management. Welcome to Lion Tales, Kevell Allie, class of 2019. So tell us about your decision to attend Nassau.
Oh, the reason why I decided to attend Nassau is because my original plan is to go to Five Towns College, and then Later on, I figured out that this is not the decision I don't want to make. So I changed my major and decided to go to Nassau Community College. And also, too, it's cheaper.
Yes.
I live nearby.
Right. And so, coming from, because you're a Uniondale graduate, so you graduated from Uniondale High School?
Yes, I am.
And so when you graduated from Uniondale High School, is that what you were thinking of, going directly to Five Towns, and then you changed your mind?
Yes, I have other colleges that I haven't on my mind.
Yes,
but Five Towns is the main one of the main colleges I want to go.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great school as well. And so, being at Nassau, so what were some of your favorite courses that you were able to take at Nassau when you first came out of the high school, and all of a sudden you're on this big campus?
One of my favorite courses that I took at Nassau is microeconomics. Second is African American culture, and the third one is English class.
Right, yeah, that was English 101. Everybody's required to take that,
yes.
Right? When you took the African American Studies course, what made you interested in that?
What made me interested in the class is that I like to learn about a lot of my culture, also to the issues in the African American community, because I read a lot of books about African American culture, the community. So when I take the class, I like to learn a lot.
Yeah. Were there any authors that stood out that you really like to read about, or poets in African American culture?
James Baldwin, W.B. Du Bois, Malcolm X, and Langston Hughes.
Wow, yeah, and I like when our librarian at our school was always like making sure that the students knew about, African American authors, and making sure that there was some cultural diversity in terms of books that they could check out. Did you find that in your experience at the high school in the library?
Well, to be honest, at the time in high school, I never have an interest in reading. I mean, I do read here and there, but I never have an interest in reading when I got into college.
Yeah.
And then I never learned it in class because they never taught They never teach African American in high school.
Right. Do you find that as when you became a college student, did you read more? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I did read more, and I've watched a lot of documentaries and read a lot of articles, case studies.
Yeah. And that's really, I think that happens where there are some students that just, they read well, but they don't have an interest level. We were just talking about that with one of my colleagues about when it's something interesting, people have a tendency to say that they would really like to read more about the subject. What about your most memorable professors that sort of inspired you to continue in business management and an administrative role type of degree? Who were some of your professors here that you really liked?
The professor that I like, well, that's a good question.
Sometimes we can't remember their names, but we just know that maybe the course that they taught.
Well, I did like on the microeconomics class because the professor, she was pretty good at teaching the class because she taught about like the economy of the world that we live in, and also too like understanding like, capitalism, socialism, and the market demands and.
Mm-hmm. What is microeconomics?
Well, macroeconomics study like the whole I can't remember the definition. Like study the whole the world.
Yes, everything
like government, everything. And microeconomics study more of the economy, like a small scale.
And when we see what's going on, now with the economy, with the inflation and things are becoming so expensive, what are some good guidelines for someone who wants to open up their own business? What are some ideas that you could come up with to kind of conserve the money that you do have? And if you have a brand and you want to kind of force having your own business, what would that be like for you? What's something lucrative right now that you're thinking about, doing for the future in terms of your business? Oh, so in the future, I'd like to open up a laundromat business. Yeah. Because it's a very profitable business and also there's a lot of benefits and disadvantages open up a laundromat business. But I'm looking forward to start to deliver laundries, most likely next year or two. Once I get successful with the delivery business, I could use that money to open up a laundromat and later on buy real estate, buy properties such as apartments and condos. Right, absolutely. Yeah, I feel that something like that will be very lucrative because depending on where you live, if you're in the city and you don't have time to do your own laundry, you could drop it off, and people definitely need to have some alternatives to doing it themselves. Yeah, definitely. So, what is your definition then of an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is someone who has an innovative idea or have a business idea to start, and they look long term. They have a vision for the business, and also too they work really hard how to own a business and continue establish in the business. Right. Succeed in the business. Mm-hmm. I think that usually business owners, they don't realize, sometimes at the beginning you might not realize how much you really have to work on it to make it successful. What are some of your kind of intrinsic goals that you have that that you're going to move forward and try to make this become a reality for you as an individual, as a business person? Well, understand the market, have a business plan, and know how to come up with funds, how to fund your business, because that's the key. Because if you don't have money, then you have to learn how to make money. Right, absolutely. And what is the key, really? I mean, having a down payment to buy a space or investing a little bit. Is it worth it to make the investment to see if you get the money back, or how do you think of that as the business person? It's just the investment right now is you have to pay a lot of money, but it's successful in the long term, then it's pretty good. But if it's very less and then I don't make a lot of money in the long term, then I just walk away. Right. Yeah. And they say, what is the old saying about it takes money to make money? Yeah, it takes money to make money. Yeah. So you want to always put up something, right? Yes. I mean, even little things. I think we spoke about this. The Shark Tank guy that was talking about making his shirts and his hats, and his mom really was like, well, I can get you the fabric and it's much cheaper than what you're paying, and then they ended up making all of these shirts and hats like right from the house. And
Damon John.
Yeah, Damon John. And so it sort of became something so small became, this big lucrative business. And also people that are helping you do that, like do you take advice from people that are already successful in the business?
Oh, absolutely. The people I take advice for, like one of my favorite business people are like Damon John, Damon Dash, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk.
And now we know Elon Musk just bought Twitter.
Yeah, bought Twitter. Yeah.
And, you're talking about, those are, billion-dollar industries. So now that you're coming back into Nassau and you're part of the Alumni Association, and it's important to you because as a graduate, you felt very proud to be able to, come back and serve on the Alumni Association. So what are some goals that you see moving forward with our Alumni Association?
The goals I like to move forward with the Alumni Association is to recruit many younger people around my age or younger. Also to bring the brand to the campus because a lot of people don't know an Alumni Association and what the benefits are. So it's very imperative for all of us to market the brand and promote it to the students in campus.
Yeah, I feel that we're good at kind of branching out and seeking out alum because there are quite a few graduates, and I think the goal is to kind of get them to come back into the college and become a little bit more active, which I think we've been trying to do, especially with the social media pages. And
yes, definitely.
How do you think social media can enable us to do that even better, moving forward?
Well, social media definitely is a good part because you can reach many people, especially around people around my age, especially around your age, because once the social media is going, like moving forward, that's when people be aware with the Alumni Association. If we don't have social media, we may be in trouble or jeopardy.
Yeah. What do you think is the best platform right now? Is it still Facebook or?
Well, it depends because some people around like older, like middle-aged people, Facebook would be great. But if people around my age, it'll be Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah, something faster.
Yeah, something faster.
Yeah, TikTok seems to be like very up to date. So, sometimes you're scrolling and you're looking and you don't know if it's in real time or not. So I think that's pretty cool. Instagram, I don't have an Instagram account, but I don't really know how to use it. But when you post on Instagram, is it mostly photos or you can do video?
You can do photos, videos. You can do stories. People can, because stories like TikTok, like you scroll, like click on the story and you can watch the video. After that, you can move to the next story.
Yeah,
so,
and that's like gives us a great platform as well to share what the association is really doing. So right now, what are some challenges that you might be facing moving into your business management degree? You're getting ready to finish that up, and what are you hoping to do as soon as it's completed? Do you have any idea?
Yes, I'm looking forward to go to grad school to get my MBA degree and then finish there for 2 years, get the degree, and then just start the business.
Yeah, and when you were looking at graduate schools, who were you looking at? What
Stony
schools?
Brook.
Yeah, absolutely. And Stony Brook's great. And then what type of program do they offer?
MBA, Master of Business Administration. So my main focus in that area will be entrepreneurship and innovation.
Wow, that sounds really interesting too. You are listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm your host, Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Kevell Allie, class of 2019. So Kevell was just speaking about the social media platforms. How do you think they can assist a new business owner? What would you try to do to use social media to kind of like really get people's attention? Yeah, and when you use a social media platform, how might that assist a new business owner?
To able to network and able to do business with somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what is your definition of mentorship? How have you been mentored in order to, lead you to this point now where you're getting ready to go into a graduate program upon this completion of your degree?
Like a mentorship, right?
Yeah. Who have been some of your mentors in life?
Oh, the mentors I have in my life is Keith Saunders, who's assistant principal and the dean at Lynnda High School.
Yes. He's
been my mentor since when I was a student in high school, even now. And my other two mentors in Nassau Community College is Dean Smith and Demetrius Watkins.
Mm-hmm. And how have they inspired you?
Well, Mr. Saunders, he inspired me to become like what a man's supposed to be, what a definition of being a man, and
Yes.
how to take responsibilities and have dignity and self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
And Dean Smith and Demetrius show how to be professional, how to conduct yourself in certain situations when it comes to meetings, and
just being, always being like professional.
always be professional and always be level-headed.
Probably making sure that you, focus on your studies.
Yeah, make sure you focus on your study and be punctual.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so you must have felt pretty well prepared from coming out of Nassau to go into Farmingdale. Now you're at Farmingdale State College.
Yes, I'm in Farmingdale State College.
How was that transition from your community college experience going into the 4-year now? How did you feel about that?
How I felt about it is like this was a big change, but at the same time, like going to like that state college, it does feel like a community college in a way because students just go there and leave. And also too, the problem is that I get too attached with Nassau Community College.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to adapt to the new college, especially you spend 3 years in this college.
Uh-huh. And what do you think? What are the differences between the 4-year and the 2-year? What did you like better about Nassau?
What I like about better Nassau is that I live close by to the campus. Also, too, is good quality professors.
Yeah.
Like a lot of choice when it comes to like choosing a professor.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then now, I know that I think for all of us as students, coming out of the community college and having an associate's degree and then moving into the 4-year, I went right next door pretty much to Hofstra, and I felt that some of the coursework at Nassau was maybe a little bit more rigorous than it was at Hofstra. I was surprised because I felt a little intimidated by the 4-year college because I thought, was I really totally and fully prepared? But now when you're at Farmingdale, how do those courses compare? You find that you were ready?
I feel definitely ready because I look at community college as a prep school.
Yeah.
Because it just definitely prepare you to go to the next step when you go to a different college. And also, too, the work is the same. That's why I look at it. Like, both colleges are the same. Like, you have to do papers, taking the test.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. When you come out now, you're getting this 4-year degree, and it's a business management degree. Do you find that it kind of allows you to what kind of a job would you be seeking? If let's say you couldn't open your own business right away, what would you actually be able to apply for in terms of working with a business management degree?
Oh, that's a good question.
When we say working in the business field, I mean, there's so many opportunities. Is there anything that you're really interested in trying to work toward before you open your own business?
If I didn't open my business, I'll either go to like law school and become a lawyer, or continue my education and major in education and become a school administrator somewhere in K-12 or work in a college as an administrator.
Okay, yeah, because you're interested in working as a part-time professor. What
Yes.
would you want to teach at SUNY?
Well, the classes I would like to teach is like business.
Yeah.
And also too, if I fortunate enough, I like to teach like a NCC 101 or
Right.
or a Gear Up, like kind of like a
Absolutely.
college, like a preparedness class.
Yeah. Yeah, because, a lot of the students that are here, they need a guidance to help them when they first come on campus. And you mentored the freshmen and you work with, the Black Student Union. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, working in the Black Student Union is a great experience because I learned, I met different people, also like-minded people, and also, too, we get together and then we have, events, about certain issues, for instance, microaggression or hair versus weave or cheating in Black relationships. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And also, too, I joined the Vignette newspaper.
Right.
So working in the newspaper is very interesting because I understand more journalism, and also, too, it helped me as a person because when I look at issues, I look at a main objective point of view rather than subjective and being biased.
Right. And when you worked at the Vignette, what were you doing there? Were you writing or you were just doing?
I was a writer. I was a photographer. I interviewed people as a reporter. I did a lot. I did everything there.
Yeah. And now, post-pandemic, we're coming out of the pandemic and it's been, let's say 35 months. What are some of the challenges of, your work and school and then taking care of yourself, as a young man? What have been some of your challenges and what are you hoping coming out of this pandemic now that making sure that health is paramount?
Well, the challenges I face is that sometimes I do slack off, to be honest. And also, too, I have to, motivate myself to, okay, this is what you need to do. And then after this is the next task I have to do. And
yeah, do you keep a journal at all? Do you write about the day's events or?
Well, I don't. I do write to-do list, but most of the time I write events on my phone, on the calendar. Ever since I put things on my calendar, it's so much easier, and it make me become very organized.
Right. Yeah, that's very important because organization is so important.
It's a key.
And then, what do you like to do for your own self-care and your hobbies, basically?
Oh, I like to go to the gym, working out. I like to read. I like to hang out with friends. I like to play chess.
All right, we were talking about playing chess, and so why does that relax you?
Well, playing chess is like a mind game because it exercises your brain.
Yeah.
And also, too, I learn by playing chess as being a strategic thinker.
Yeah.
And also, to be in calm situation. So I let my brain put in the work.
Right. Yeah. And there's a great game. It's called No Stress Chess, and it tries to show you how to when you're really a beginner. Because again, to get your mind understanding the game, because it is difficult to learn it, and then once you learn it, you become really addicted to it because it's so much fun.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not Bobby Fischer.
Yeah, no. You are listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Kevell Allie, college and businessman and budding entrepreneur, and a director on the Alumni Association at Nassau Community College, class of 2019. Okay, so why would you recommend Nassau Community College to others?
Well, I like to recommend Nassau Community College to others because this will be a wonderful experience for students to go, because if you get involved in the campus and take classes with good professors, you won't regret it. And also, too, it's very cheaper, more affordable compared to other colleges.
Absolutely. And also, what advice would you give to even adult students? There are some probably friends of yours that may have graduated high school and didn't go directly into a community college or a four-year college, but now as an adult they're saying that they want to come back, and how might you give them some advice upon returning if they did want to come back to a community college?
My advice is don't give up.
I agree with that. I don't think anyone should give up, and someone coming back into school for the first time, and you would tell them to persevere. Also,
to be prepared for the entrance exam, because if you do terrible on the entry exam, you will take a lot of remedial classes. So study for the entry exam.
How can a student be better prepared for that? Just by reading more and practicing math?
Yeah, just read more, practice math questions, and then there's a website that shows that practice the entry exam.
Yes, and to prepare you for that. That's reading and math.
Yeah, reading and math and arithmetic too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And also, I think making sure that if students, what would you tell them? Would you tell them to come and take a tour of the campus as well?
Yeah, take the tour
and then see if it's really for them or not.
Yeah, take the tour around the campus to see if this college is for you.
Yeah. So we would like to ask you, how can our listeners contact you if they wanted to contact you? Do you have an email address?
Yeah, my email address is n0084689.ncc.student.edu.
And also at the Alumni Association,
and
right?
And at the Alumni Association.
NCC/alumni.
Yes.
So we would like to thank you for being our guest today. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and I serve as a director on the board of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association, and I'm a proud alum. Lion Tales is also available as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcasts, and Spreaker. More information is online at nccradio.org. Thanks for listening to Lion Tales here on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.